I received a beautiful handmade junk journal. Let's look through it together and see how we can break it in. Welcome, it's Barbara from Vienna, Austria. I have been gifted this absolute beauty by Honey in Germany. So thank you again so much, Honey. I just love this journal. I've been following Honey on Instagram for a while, but I do have to mention that Honey is currently not selling any journals due to time restrictions because she's working in a full-time job. So you will have to make do with enjoying the one I'm showing you here. However, you should definitely check out her feed for junk journal inspiration, and I will list her Instagram handle below in the description box for you. She creates beautiful junk journal spreads and her feed is pure eye candy, as you can see here. I love her style so much. So as you see here, I don't only have this beautiful junk journal, I also have two other bits here that are just as beautiful. Let's first look into the junk journal. So let's look at this beautiful sewn cover. It's a mixture of paper and fabric. I just love it. Look, it has a half open spine, so it has 3 signatures, and there's this oval here where you can see the signatures through, and you can see here how she sewed them in. And then this is the back. How cool is this? And you hear this? It's beautiful. And then it's tied closed here with these beautiful ribbons. And then we open it up and it has a flap here. It's hard to get it all in frame. So here you can see how she did the closure. So she punched a hole through here, attached an eyelet and one of these reinforcers, and then she attached a bead. This is so clever. And she put the ribbon through the bead, which then stops it from going through the hole. How clever is this? And she did the same thing on the other side here. So I could, in theory, take these out. So she punched a hole through here. How cool is that? And look at the inside, how beautiful the inside of the cover is. Wow, I'm in awe of such talent, to be honest. This is just gorgeous and something I would never come up with. So here is a beautiful pocket, and inside she has this, whoops, she has this tag, and look how cute this stitching is. It's just so sweet. So let's look at the flip through, and also look at how cute this stitching is here. I don't have a sewing machine that can do that. I wish I did. But it's just gorgeous. And this is kept very simple. Lots of empty space to do my own stuff. And Honey has been watching my videos, so she knows my style. She knows what I like. So this was just so special for me because I don't like it when I have a journal which is already so full of embellishments and everything that I wouldn't be able to work in it, or I wouldn't enjoy it because it has too much of someone else's style in it, if you know what I mean. So we have part of an envelope here. We have some scraps with beautiful gold. Yay! Don't we all love our gold? Beautiful German vintage page. Then this is like baking paper. Beautiful sound. Look how she's sewn some bits on here. There's some splattering there. I'm assuming it's coffee. Lots of beautiful stitching throughout the pages. Some coffee dyed paper with a doily here. I wish you could feel this as well. All these papers have different textures. This, I don't know if this is distress ink or paint. It kind of looks like distress ink. And then she just went over it with a brush. There's some stenciling here, some more sewing. This is beautifully smooth paper here. Some more stenciling. Here's a very cute, like, corner tuck spot. Lots of sewing here and here. So basically it's a corner tuck spot on both sides, and you can take it out because it's just attached with a paper clip. That is such a fun idea for a junk journal. So that's something you can steal from Honey, that idea. I love this. I love this. So this is again done just with a different kind of brush. I just love it. And it's so smooth. It is such a cool texture. Then here we have some more gorgeous stenciling. And this is it a pocket? No, it's just put on there with a paper clip. So it's kind of like you could put something else inside as well, like kind of a tuck spot. And I'm not sure how Honey put these on the fabric. I will have to ask her. She sent me some of those extra. Or actually, Honey, I'm guessing you'll be watching this. Could you write in the comments how you transferred these prints onto the fabric? I would love to know. These prints look like they are maybe from the Digital Collage Club, like the number set. So again, I just love this. I don't know what it is about it, but I love it. And all these different kinds of papers. There's a big pocket here. Lots of stenciling and sewing again. Huge pocket right here. More fabric sewing. Lovely sound. Here's the back side of that envelope. So that's the first signature. Second signature, we have a flip out here. This is really sweet, hand stitched obviously. Super cute. So it looked like there was a punch and then she stitched around the punch. Also a very clever idea. This looks like it might be a die cut, I'm guessing. Another envelope. Love this. This is really fun. I'm not sure how she did this. Thinking maybe jelly plate. So here you see how the signatures are stitched in. They're just stitched in with 2 holes on the top and 2 holes on the bottom, and then just tied here. So there's nothing in the middle. But they are sewn together. I'll show you when we get to the end of this signature. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Another envelope. So you see here the signatures are stitched together with fabric here, but then they're only stitched into the book with the 2 holes here and 2 holes here. So I forgot where we were now. So again, some more die cuts, I believe. But look, even just the idea of taking one paper and gluing it onto the other one in this way, that one is just sticking out. It's just cute. I love it. So this is the beginning of the 3rd signature. This is super fun. Another envelope. Lots going on here. So there's an envelope pocket, and in the pocket she put this tag. I'm assuming she drew this herself. Such interesting papers. I keep saying I love it when papers speak for themselves in journals. Love this as well. Lots of gold. This is really interesting as well. So it looks like she hand cut out some wonky circles and then she stitched around them. And I'm assuming that was done by hand. Well, this probably was done by machine, but this and this I'm sure was done by hand, and then she added another tab. And these look like they are like dried baby wipes or something like that. How fun are these ideas? And there you see the other side. Lots of doodling here. Love it. More of this. Yeah, this definitely looks like, I think it looks like jelly plate printing. Here's some dies. They look like the Tim Holtz dies. This looks like it was done with some either lid or cup or something, with probably gesso. You see, there's nothing fancy about this journal, but it has so much character. I mean, the cover is definitely fancy, but you see the papers and everything. It is done with really simple papers, but it is so beautiful in the way it's put together so artistically, and all these accents that she's added with this stitching and the doodling. That's what makes a journal special. Now let's look at the other two things that she added. So one thing here was like another mini journal, and I love how she sewed this together with two strips of fabric. And reste means leftovers, and she added this huge tag on it. It's just so cute, and it's actually like a folio. See, it opens both sides. So it's made of book pages, and here you see again on the inside there's another fabric here, and there's a fabric here as well. So where all the folds are, there's fabric to strengthen the spines. And then in here she collected the leftover papers she had, and look, oh my god, they are so beautiful. So this one has nothing on it, but look at these. Yeah, these are definitely jelly prints. Look how beautiful these are. I just love these. Wow. And this gives me so much to work with. Gorgeous, just gorgeous. And the sound. I love this. So she put these all in a pocket, and then in this beautiful pocket, lots of more sewing, she added some smaller scraps. I love this one. This makes me want to play with my jelly plate. I haven't done that in forever. Oh my gosh, look how beautiful. And some old German font book pages. Oh, this is so great. And then finally, she also, because that wasn't enough, she made this gorgeous little booklet. Again, such cute sewing and jelly plate printing. And again, this is like a folio. It folds up from both sides, and apparently it was done using a lunch bag, because you see here it was a lunch bag, and it opens up here, and it opens actually up until here, and then apparently this she glued down. So here she added one of the jelly prints, then here as well, and then she added a blank little notebook, and then here she left that as a pocket. I just love this so much. And inside she added some more of these beautiful prints on the fabric. I really don't know how she did that. So it's smooth. I don't know. I hope she will let us know in the comments. And these definitely look like they are from Digital Collage Club. So these are in here, and then here you see this thing here wraps around into the journal. How cute is all of this? Wow. So let's start working in that beautiful journal. I also have this. So this was an envelope that was glued, I think, to the bottom of the package, where she had put in a letter from me. So this letter is definitely going to go into this journal, and definitely I'm going to be using this because this is awesome. And it was wrapped in this beautiful, obviously hand decorated paper, which I have already cut up because it was huge, but I'm definitely going to be using these pieces in the journal as well. So since we have an envelope right here, I think this is the perfect spot to add Honey's letter. So that will live in here. And the next thing I want to do is, see, Honey left all these very long threads from her sewing. Now I do like that look a lot, but these are just a little bit too long for me because I know they're gonna get in the way of doing stuff. So I'm just gonna cut those down a little bit. And I just love how neutral these colors are, so that there's no like dominant strong color. So that gives me so much freedom to work in this with whatever colors I want, or to keep it neutral, because as you might know, I love neutrals. And I usually don't work in my journals from front to back in order. So I kind of usually go by which page sparks my liking at the moment, and I will probably jump back and forth working in this journal. I haven't worked in journals like this for such a long time now. I just recently started with the other journal, which I use for my ASMR videos. So I'm really enjoying just working in journals, just doing whatever I feel like doing. And usually that will start with just sticking stuff down, which is very easy to do and doesn't require a lot of thought or concentration. It's not overwhelming. So I think that is something to help to kind of like break in a new journal. Of course, having a journal like this where already some things are in it from the start, that helps a lot, because it's not like you have a white blank book and you're afraid to ruin it. This already has so much character and so many things in it that I just feel like I can just add to it. You know what I mean? Okay, so I really want to do something with this beautiful piece of envelope, and I think I do want to keep it as an envelope. So I'll just cut this, and yeah, I think I'll just cut this off. And the cool thing, of course, is there's no right and wrong. You do whatever you feel like doing in your journal. Nobody's gonna tell you it should be done differently. And I just love that. I'm thinking whether I should cut this off, but that would make it very narrow. Let's see where we want to add this to. could put it here. Maybe here. I like this page. Okay, so how can we add this? I think I just want to glue it down like this. And then maybe I'll glue something over this white strip. I'm not thinking ahead as usual. I'm just doing things as they come to my mind, as pieces of paper inspire me. I'm just gonna do it like that. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna put in there. No idea. It's not important. It's just important that I'm doing something. And that, you know, I keep going one step after the other. And then each of those little steps in the end will come to, you know, something like a finished page or a collage or whatever. But I really find working in tiny steps is the best way to not feel overwhelmed and to not feel like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna sit down now and I'm gonna be working on this for an hour because I don't really have a plan for a page. No, I could now walk away and say, I've added something to the journal. That's it for today. Seriously, I mean, there's no point in putting any pressure on yourself to work in a journal. If that's all I feel like doing today, if that's all I have time for, well, at least I've done something, right? So I want to cover up this white strip here, and I thought maybe I can use some of these parts of the wrapping paper to do that, because I think the colors are beautiful together. So I just need to pick a piece that is long enough. Yeah, I think this one would work. So I'm just going to take my tearing ruler, tear a piece off that is wide enough. Just going to use my art glitter glue. I'm almost out of it. And this one has been so hard to reorder. I know I've mentioned this in a previous video. Currently, these are so hard to get, and if you get them, they are so expensive, and shipping on top of that is so expensive. So thankfully, my friend Maud in the Netherlands offered me to get some from her shop in the Netherlands. So she's gonna send me some of those and I'll pay her for that. So that makes my mind at ease, because I'm such a junkie for the for the art glitter glue. There is nothing that is as good, I think, for paper gluing as the art glitter glue. I'm really an addict. Okay, so we have this. Now what do we do? Now I feel like it needs a little more contrast here. I'd like to add something a little bit darker. So Honey has this piece here, which I think is really nice for here. And she had also included this beautiful book page. Now this fits perfectly in here. And I actually love that it shows a torn edge on the side here. So I kind of want to make like a, I don't know, maybe like a journaling card. So I want to add like maybe a collage on top of this. I don't want anything with a lot of pattern, because this already is such a strong pattern. So that's why I like this, because it's more calm, even though it's a very strong color, but it's calm. So this is obviously too big. So I want to tear that down, and I want to have it this way because I want it vertical. I want to tear it down so that I have both the very dark and the brown. So I will just tear, you know, to get the middle piece. Can use these somewhere else. I could maybe add some more of this paper to continue that onto the inside of the envelope. So I still have this piece. I just kind of need a small piece. As always, I like working with rectangles, so I'm going to try to make a rectangle with this and get rid of any straight edges. I still would like to add some sort of a focal point, so maybe I can use one of these here. Oh, the 23 would be really nice. It's too small, that's too big. The @ is cool as well. Oh, there's two here. So there's a 27. It's a bit big. And there's the @ sign. Let's first try the 23. And I'm just gonna cut around this with my pinking shears. Yeah, I really like that. And then I'm gonna bring in my 2 boxes of like little ephemera and scraps to see if there's anything in here that I can add to this, because this is still a little bit plain. Although I do love the calmness of it, but I think I do want to add a little bit more interest to it. This is a strip left over from the masterboard made with book pages. I think that would work. Yes. What else? Maybe something sewn or something gold. Okay, I'm not really sure what else I'm looking for, but hopefully I will know it when I find it. There's some more gold shimmer here. Nope, don't like that there. Sometimes it's really like a puzzle. You just have to see, where does it fit? Where do you like it? I think I like it there. I think I'm ready to glue these bits down and then make a final decision if I want to add anything else on top. So I used my top-down gluing method to just start gluing the bits that are most on top down to the ones underneath until I finally had the whole piece together, and now I can glue that onto my book page. Now I can see, do I want to add anything else? I have these little bits, these little clusters that I made of some fabric. They are super fun to have on hand. Maybe I want to add one of those. Do love the extra texture of this, so I think I'm just gonna glue that down. I should be using a fabric glue for this, but I'm just gonna use my art glitter glue because it works as well for small things like this. It's no big deal. I'm not gonna be adding any sentiment or word because I think the 23 is basically the sentiment and you can associate anything you want with that. So now I have to back it with something, so I could write on this. And I could just use a piece of this blank paper, because this way we can still see the text through it, but we can still write on top of that. So I'll just tear a piece for that. And I just put some glue on the edges, not in the middle. It'd be nice to add a tab to make it easier to pull out. Maybe I could make one out of this second piece of book page that was included by Honey. So I want to try something I've seen on Tina's channel, Shabby Dabby Doodah. She made some tabs by hand with just, I think, I didn't see her actually make the tab. I'm sure she has a video on it, but I haven't seen it. From what I saw, from what the tab looked like, she had used a circle punch and optional a corner rounder. Now this is a small one, this is a larger one. So I want to have a go at that. I don't want to fold it like this. I want to fold it like this. And then I think we need to cut it. I'm very curious if I can do this. Because that's such a cool way of doing it, because not everybody has a tab punch. So we have this, and then I think we first need to cut it the width that we want it to be. So I'll cut this off. And then, yeah, I think this is good where the fold is. Okay, so that's our piece. So it's folded, yeah? I think it makes more sense to fold it like this so that our way of punching will be symmetric on both sides. I should have watched your video, Tina. And then let's just punch out a corner like this. Yep, that looks good. That's so cool. And I think I want to have it a little bit shorter. So I'll cut some of this off. So you could use it just like this. Oh, Tina, this is perfect. And then I think I'm going to try it with my smaller corner punch. Just round those corners off. You could also do that by hand. And there you have a tab. How fun is this? Give this a try. And we can just add it maybe up here. It's still very big actually, but I'm just gonna go with that. I am going to ink up those edges. Okay, so now we can glue it on. Tina, this is brilliant. Thank you for showing us that that's an option. Like that, and we could add something on here as well, maybe, if it goes with our collage. What if we add a tea bag? Not sure about that. What else? What tiny pieces do I have that I want to use up? I have these left over from my Art Deco junk journal. That might be an option. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that. That seems to work. Maybe another time. See, I keep the tiniest scraps in this box. No, don't need that here. Okay, so let me glue these here. I can journal on this later, and I can stick this in here, and this is sticking out. Perfect. I could also add something here, maybe. Maybe some stitching here. Yes, that's good. Something shiny. Yes. So this is also from the Digital Collage Club, and that would go with the number that we have in here. So I've glued everything down, and I could also add something dangling from this tab. Since it is quite big, we have some space. So I'm gonna take my hole punch, which makes a tiny hole. Well, not that tiny, but kind of small. If you don't have a small hole punch, just use your awl or anything pokey that you might have, maybe a big needle or something. And I want to add some just small paper scraps or scraps that I have maybe from today. So I have this here from cutting out this, and maybe one more, maybe one from here, a really dark one. I just want to tear these all into rectangular shapes. I'm just going to cut this like that. So we have this one, we have this one, and we have this one. Maybe I put this one in the back as the biggest one. And then I can just tear this and punch a hole through these as well. And now I want to add them with one of these cute pins. These are called bulb pins, like your light bulb. So a bulb pin, you can find them on Amazon, on Etsy, on AliExpress, any place you can think of, they have these. And I just think they are super fun. Just gonna put this end through our tab. You could also use a paper clip, of course, but I just love the shape of these. Oops, I put it in the wrong way. So let's turn it around because I want the black one to be on the front. Oh no, I tore it. Look at that. I tore my hole. Okay, what do we do? First of all, I want to turn these around. Put it in like this. And then I think I'm just gonna not even punch another hole. Okay. I think I'm gonna cover this hole up with another paper using the same book page so that it's the same color. I don't know if this is gonna look good, but we'll figure this out. So then I'll just wrap it around, Try to go underneath the fabric. And then I'll try to recut the shape like it was. Ink around that again. So we have a patched up hole. Like that. That's the good thing about a junk journal. Nobody cares. But I don't want to put it in the same place because I'm afraid it will tear again. So maybe, should I just put it on top here? No. I'll just put it a little further down. Maybe not even punch a hole. I'll just poke through it with my needle. That way the hole will be smaller. Like that. Now I'm just wondering, does this need any splatters? I have a feeling this needs a little bit of splattering. I'm going to use some black acrylic paint for this. You can also use watercolor. Just gonna add some water. Use my splatter brush. As always, you don't need a splatter brush. You can use any type of paintbrush you have. And I'm going to be very, very gentle. I don't want splatters over everything. There, that's all I need. Like this. Just adds a little something. I quickly dried it with my heat gun, so now I can put it in my envelope right away. I really love having these here because these are like swatches of things that we've used in the collage. So part of this, and this, all of the three papers here are in here. Actually, one is a fabric, but I think that is really fun to have, like, you know, instead of like paint swatches, you would have for your painting, you have some fabric and paper swatches of what you used in your collage. So there's my page for today. I didn't even know I was gonna complete a page. So you never know where it's gonna take you. Just thinking in baby steps, something will come out in the end. So that concludes today's journaling session in this beautiful, beautiful journal. Honey, thank you again so much. Please let me know in the comments below if you would like to join me working some more in this journal, or whether I should just keep that all to myself. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Check out Honey's Instagram. Hope to see you in the next one. Love you guys. Mwah!